tape because the ground was so uneven that you could really twist your ankle, and obviously you can't have limping Thorin at the front of the so no, it was a challenge.
Now, Richard, obviously Andy Serkis's work has been groundbreaking, and he got to work with Martin Freeman. But there's another character who I can imagine you wouldn't think would be working in a mocap situation. And it's the character played by Benedict Cumberbatch. And the thought hit me that it's quite possible that Peter Jackson would get Smaug and you in the room together. And I'm just wondering whether that's happened or whether you've actually talked about it. That's a real spoiler.
I went into the motion capture studio because I wanted to see how Benedict worked. I'm a huge fan of his. So we did cross paths. I love the fact that they've cast him because it means that the dragon has an incredible intellect and an incredible voice. I also think that they maybe are going to use certain aspects of his bone structure in the face of the dragon, but nobody knows yet. But I don't know if Thorin and Smaug ever come face to face. That's something I'll find out when we go back to do reshoots. I hope so.
And finally, I'd like to, something that's been touched on with a few questions, but I think it's summed up in the fact that you worked at the appendices and you went back to the original material, and you were influenced by Tolkien, and many fans here were inspired by Tolkien, and now seeing it come to life is one thing. But I'm wondering, what would you ask him about your character and his story, if you could?
The one thing that I would want to know, and it's something that, again, I tried to fill in my little biography, was who was the love of his life. Because I felt that he's sacrificed his life, or he's given up something for his people, for his quest. And I did imagine that there might have been, a princess that he would have been betrothed to as king under the mountain. So that's probably what I would ask Tolkien.